seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang! Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Oh, you already know. You already know. Heat Nation. Where y'all suckers at? Heat Nation, stand up. Boston Celtics Nation, stand up. Mavs, Warriors, Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. Oh yeah, it's about that time.
Oh yes, sir. So I mean, I've been right on damn near every prediction. I have been right on damn near every prediction that I've had this whole entire playoffs, bro. I simply don't miss. I don't miss. Suckers be saying that I have no basketball knowledge, when yet these same exact suckers have been wrong on damn near every prediction this entire playoffs. You suckers don't, and you know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna name no names, but if you think it's you, yeah, it's you. Let's do a quick little recap before we move on to the Western Conference Finals and that Eastern Conference Finals. My Heat versus the Sixers. So we won like I thought we would. Now, granted, Joel Embiid was not 100%. You know, I think he had a cracked orbital bone fracture or something like that. So he had like a crack in his skull, which is crazy. This man was still playing. He had like I don't know if it was a dislocated thumb or a bruised thumb, whatever. That was going to be our biggest issue. Heat's weakness is lack of size. And, you know, Bam is great, you know, but he's only like, what, 6'8" or 6'9"? Like, bro, nobody can guard Joel Embiid. Nobody. Like, no team can guard this man. So he was going to be like our huge problem. So the fact that he didn't play in the first two games and we pretty much handled the first two games expectedly, you know, that sucked. James Harden. I don't even know what else to say about it. I don't know what else, like, bro, I have been saying for, I feel like, 3 or 4 years now that James Harden is not that guy come playoff time. He's not. He is a great regular season player. He, you know, can provide you with some highlights for your team and a little bit of excitement during the regular season. But when it gets to the big dogs and like you have to win games, James Harden is not that guy. James Harden was supposed to be, you know, that guy that can really, you know, take the team to like the next level. And Joel Embiid and James Harden, you got two, you know, MVP. You know, James Harden won MVP like what, 2 or 3 years ago, and you got Joel Embiid, who was an MVP candidate this year. You got 2 MVP level type players, and this man James Harden, in an elimination game, this sucker put up 11 points. This sucker took 1 shot in the second half. This sucker is the same sucker that every time he loses, you are sure enough to find this man in a strip club with his BFF, Lil Baby, just like, not a care in the world. I don't want to hear no more about this guy being, oh, he's one of the best shooting guards ever. The fact this man is even a top 75 player is like amazing to me. And this is not just off of this season. Like, some of them players is in the top 75. I don't know how they got in the top 75. And James Harden is one of those players. Okay, so, yeah, it's unfortunate with the injury to Joel Embiid. But I'm tired of people acting like, since the beginning of time with the NBA playoffs, that, like, during, like, come playoff time, all teams are like 100% healthy. Bro, you go through an entire regular season, you know, to get to where you are, and, you know, all the ups and downs of that. No team is 100% healthy come playoff time. And if you are, you're incredibly lucky. Okay, so I'm tired of people like acting like the Heat just got like, you know, this like breeze to like to where they are now. Like Heat were dealing with injuries just like any other team was dealing with. The freaking the Warriors were dealing with injuries. The Suns at some point were dealing with injuries, and I'm gonna get to them suckers later. The Lake, let's not talk about them. But like every team come playoff time, you have like maybe a 5% chance of that entire roster being completely 100% healthy and ready to go. It doesn't happen come playoff time. That's a part of the playoffs. Injuries happen, okay? So yeah, my Heat, I mean, hey man, listen, we took care of business. Like we should. We took care of business and got the Sixers the hell up out of here. Trust the process, right? Sixers fans, where do the Sixers go from here? You suckers have been trusting the process since the Obama You suckers have been trusting the process since the Obama administration. And it's like every single year something happens. Every single year there is a letdown, something goes wrong. Bro, if I'm Joel Embiid, I am trying to work my way out of Philly and go to like a different team. I don't know what team that could be. Maybe the Miami Heat. The whole Grizzlies and the Warriors. I thought that series would be. I don't know. It always. I don't know. I feel like Golden State is such a. They're a good team and they still do have a good chance of winning the finals. But I just feel like this Golden State team, at least this year in the playoffs, they're like really inconsistent. They can play really great like one game and look unstoppable, and then the next game they getting blown out by a team that don't even have Ja Morant on it. And I know the Grizzlies proved during the season that they're a really good team even without Ja, but they're just inconsistent to me. And again, back to injuries that Ja got, hurt. I don't know if he had like a knee bruise or something like that. And I literally said, I called this before this even happened. Ja Morant, he reminds me of like, kind of like Derrick Rose when he was in his prime years, and D Wade when he was in his prime years and stuff like that. Maybe sprinkle a little bit of Allen Iverson into that. But I called this before this even happened. Ja Morant, the way that this man plays, he cannot keep that up for the rest of his career. Because if that happens, stuff like what you just seen will happen, and he'll start getting all these injuries, and it's going to slow him down. He's too explosive. He needs to kind of dial it back just a notch and pick and choose his spots. I called this junk. Of course, without Ja, this team, the Memphis Grizzlies, still are a good team, but you still need your star player when it matters most, and they didn't have them. So Warriors got them the hell up out of here. I think I was wrong on this prediction, because I don't think nobody seen the Mavericks making it this far. Nobody. Like, it literally seemed that I thought in the Utah series when they didn't have Luka at that time, I'm like, oh, Jazz going to get the Mavs the hell up out of here. Here we are today. Luka's back, and man, that's a bad European white boy right there. What does Mark Jackson say? Mama, there goes that man. Luka Doncic. Ooh, yo, I don't know what the front office, at Dallas Mavericks see in like these European star players. But first they had Dirk, who we all know Dirk was a beast. They had Dirk, and then Dirk retired, and then soon after that, here comes Luka. And Luka is another European monster. This dude, it literally be looking like this man like moves at like 5 miles per hour, but nobody can stop this man. In Phoenix, Game 7, you got a home court advantage, and these suckers at one point, weren't they down by like 40? Respectfully. Chris Paul, yeah, it's over for me. It's over for you now. I'm not even gonna lie. Chris Paul, hey man, listen, you had a great career, easily probably a top 10 point guard. Some people might put you in the top 5. I may have to think about that for just a little bit. But yeah, man, Chris Paul, man, what? He's gonna be 37 or 8 going into next season, dog. Listen, man. Devin Booker, I don't want to hear no more Kobe comparisons with Devin Booker. This sucker, I don't even know how that started. Anyways, like, Devin Booker is a good player, but I don't get Kobe vibes from Devin Booker. I don't feel like he's a killer like that come clutch time. He's a great player, but Kobe, come on now, stop it. Look, like, let's not disrespect the dead here. Okay, so yeah, the way that the Suns got embarrassed Game 7 in their hometown, I don't think no one saw that. The Mavericks just embarrassed them, bro. Embarrassed. Now you got Warriors versus the Mavs. And now you also have my Miami Heat. I didn't talk about, hold up. I forgot. I didn't speak of the Celtics and the Giannis. Well, yeah, pretty much. it was the Celtics versus Giannis. No, the Celtics versus Bucks series. So that was another series that before this series started, I called it was going to go 7 games, and I actually did pick the Celtics over the Bucks. I did. I said the only fear that I have was that man Giannis, because that sucker is a monster. And I know some people might think like, he went out bad in that Game 7 because that was kind of also like almost like another blowout or kind of on the verge of a blowout. But I mean, if you look at the stats, didn't Giannis have like 25 or 26 points and 20 rebounds and 9 assists? Like, bro, this man, I'm like, this man is human. And people were saying that Middleton, that at times it'll look like the Bucks were better without him. No, they're not. They said you clearly seen where he was missed the more and more this series went on. I really just feel like Giannis got gassed. Like, he got gassed. They were just asking him to do too much, to play defense, to score, like all of the stuff that he does. And that game, what was that, Game 6, to where Tatum had like 44 and Giannis had like 4, and he had like 42. Like, and then you want him to do that? You want him to do that again? Like, bro, let's not get it twisted. Giannis is not prime LeBron. To where like that 2018 season, well, I mean that was kind of still old LeBron, but that 2018 season to where like LeBron was just like asked to do everything and he still got to the finals. That's not Giannis. Like, Giannis is a phenomenal player, but he is not like you can't ask him to do like LeBron type stuff. He's not there yet. So I personally just feel like, in that Game 7, they time was up. They did pretty good without Chris Middleton in the lineup. Again, another injury that, bro, that's a part of the playoffs. Like, another kind of series that you could maybe toss, well, if they had Middleton or if this. I deal with results. What a team won. And the Celtics won that. And the Celtics have been playing phenomenal basketball, bro. This Celtics team, I don't know how they got to this point because they started off this season trash. I'm like, bro, this team is a joke. Like, I don't know why they trying to rely on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to be their 2 star players. These suckers is bums. That's how I was feeling when this season first started. I don't know what happened. They said they got, they had a meeting, whatever like that. Ever since that meeting, they've literally done a 180. And this Celtics team you see today, you can arguably say that they are the best team in the league. You all can say that. I'm not biased just because I'm not a Celtics fan. I'm not going to be blind to what I'm saying. You can arguably say the Celtics are the best team in the league right now, especially from a defensive standpoint. So they play with passion. They play defense. Like, I just like watching their games because they remind me so much of the team that they about to face. Now, let's not get it twisted, okay? Let's not get it twisted or confused for one single voluntary second. As good as the Celtics are, Are they Miami Heat good? How you gonna stop Jimmy Butler? How you gonna stop Bam? How you gonna stop Tyler Hero? How you gonna stop the sucker that we've been keeping in the back of the tuck? We only bring this man out when, like, I don't know why Eric Spoelstra does this, but we only bring him out when, like, we need him. How are they gonna stop Duncan Robinson? They gonna stop their bonds, man. When them suckers start to get shooting. This series is gonna be good. We do have home court advantage. Yes, we do. So the first 2 games will be in Miami. Man. Woo! My heart is saying my Heat, of course. Like, I'm a ride or die with my team regardless. Okay, so my heart, of course, is saying my Heat in probably 7 games. 6 or 7, easily. But I must say, my head? Listen, I just feel like the Celtics right now are just, and I know the Heat. I know, I just know these I know these suckers sometimes. And like, Heat got like moments to where I feel like they don't like step on the throat enough of like a team to where like they're beating down a team, but they just won't like pull the Mortal Kombat fatality on the team. Like they kind of still give them like air to breathe. I don't like how sometimes the Heat just kind of, they play too like I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but I feel like sometimes when like they need to like completely kill the team, they kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit. And I've been seeing them do that like all this season. Jimmy Butler is going to, I feel like, has to be more aggressive in this series, especially in moments where like we need passes. I be hating how he just always, I feel like he passes too much. Like sometimes it's just, no, Jimmy, score. Some of the coaching decisions when like Duncan Robinson is just sitting out for like a while and you're just thinking, bro, why is he not on the court? This is Duncan Robinson here. This man is one of our best shooters right behind Tyler Hero, you know. And then other instances to where Bam is one of those players that I really feel like he can be one of, I guess he plays center, but he's like he's really a forward, but he's playing center. But I feel like he's one of those players that can be so good for us, and he has a lot of talent. He has a nice mid-range shot, but sometimes I don't like how he be for it. I feel like the better the player he has to guard, the more this man forgets. Oh snap, I'm actually decent too. Like when you even seen it in like the Sixers series. Sometimes, like as soon as Joel Embiid came back, this man Bam forgot how to play basketball, and this is literally this team. I know how the Heat play. I feel like just with chemistry right now, nobody is on the Celtics level right now. So I'm not biased, bro. Like of course, I'm a diehard Heat fan, and I'm gonna always say, man, Heat getting the Celtics the hell up out of here. You know, that's what my heart is saying, but my head is actually saying the Celtics are going to win this series. My heart is saying Miami wins the series. My head is saying the Celtics win the series, and probably 7 games. I think easily this is gonna be a 6 or 7 game series. Tatum's been playing good. Brown's been playing good. This man Al Horford drunk like the freaking what's that thing that Raj Al Ghul steps into and he becomes like immortal? The freaking you got Al Horford jump into the Lazarus pit, and this man is like, he like took like 10 years off of his career. And this man is playing really good right now. The Heat, with my heart, I got the Heat in 7 games. With my head, I got Boston Celtics in 7 games. That's how I feel right now. I mean, that's just the way I feel. As far as the Mavericks and Warriors series. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I honestly did not expect Dallas to get this far. As far as that series goes, I got Warriors. I just feel like at the end of the day, even though they haven't been playing their best basketball as of late, they still got Steph. They still got, you know, Clay. They still got Draymond. Still got Poole. You know, so Luka's been playing great, you know, and it's not just Luka, but again, I don't know the whole Dallas roster like that. So it's not just Luka. Luka is definitely going to get his, but at the end of the day, I just feel like the experience that, you know, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and some of them guys have is just going to be what gets them over the top with the Mavs. I think this is the Mavericks furthest that they've made it since what? I don't know if I'm going to go back to 2011 to where they went to the finals and beat the Heat. Freaking LeBron James. Freaking cost Wade his 4th ring. He could have had 2 finals MVPs in that series, and freaking LeBron choked like the choke artist he is. I'm sorry. But Luka's definitely going to get his. And again, me not really like knowing the whole roster and stuff like that. I know they have other players that you know score on that team, and it's clear because they, you know, when what's his name was out, they were still winning games. So Dallas is not just Luka. At one point I thought, yeah, it's just Luka, but no, they actually do have a squad, but I don't feel like they got a Golden State Warriors tier squad. So that's why I'm saying the Warriors are going to win this series in 6 games. And the Warriors are going to be back in the finals since what? The last time they was in the finals was in what, 2019? When they lost to Toronto? When they still had Durant? Well, I know Durant wishes he never left good Golden State. Now, those are my predictions. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what do y'all think about the Heat versus the Celtics series. Who you guys think is going to win that? Let me also know what you suckers think about that Mavs versus Warriors series. Who y'all think is going to win that? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Heat Nation, stand the freak up. We here, back where we were supposed to be. Suckers been trying to call us bubble guppies since 2020. Like that freaking run we had in 2020 was like, was like a fluke or something. Huh. But yet, here we are right back where we were before. And where are the Lakers? What have the Lakers been doing since the bubble? Who are the real bubble guppies? That's such a stupid word, bubble guppies. It ain't us. I know that. We right back, never fell off. Lakers, whole nother story, but I'm gonna say that for a different video. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Till next video, my brothers and sisters. Catch y'all boys in my next one, all right? We out.